Hey guys, what's up? This is Bharat Nagpal. You're watching iGyaan, and today we're checking out the iMac 2019. Let's quickly get started. Now for us, Apple iMacs are not anything new. We use Apple iMacs all around the office for our website, for our editing, and I personally use an iMac Pro, which is a fully spec'd out custom iMac Pro. So when Apple announced that they're going to be launching the new iMac with the Core i9 chipset, nobody was more excited than I was because I wanted to see where it fares in front of the iMac Pro and the previous generation of the iMac 5K, which is what we've been basically using. So what we have here is the latest Core i9 equipped 27-inch iMac for 2019, and it is a 5K display iMac. Now, one thing that you can really credit Apple for is the design and the style of packaging. It is really practical, and not only is it easy to open and take the iMac out, but it is also good to carry your iMac in this. So if you want to transport it later on, you can continue to use this packaging. Now included in the box, like any other all-in-one from Apple, is the power cable, and you will also get the new style rechargeable keyboard, which is the Apple keyboard, and also the Apple Magic Mouse, which is also the new rechargeable style. The cable simply plugs in at the back of the iMac, and there's a little hole on the stand for cable management. For I/O ports, you can see that there is a 3.5mm combi jack. You also have an SD card slot, 4 USB 3 slots, along with 2 Thunderbolt 3 slots and a Ethernet jack. Now this machine is running a Core i9 out of the box. It has 512 gigabytes of solid state drive, and you also get 16 gigabyte of RAM on this machine. The RAM, however, is user upgradable, and you can add up to 128 gigabyte, which means that you can have 4 individual slots of 32 gigabyte each. This machine comes with 2 individual slots of 8 gigabyte each. So you do have an additional 2 slots open, or you can completely swap them out for higher RAM if that's what you're looking for. So once you unravel the whole machine, you can see that the front has a 27-inch diagonal Retina 5K display is what Apple calls it. This has a 5120 by 2880 pixel resolution. The display also has 500 nits of brightness and a P3 wide color gamut. On the top, just like usual machines in the past, is a FaceTime HD camera, which can be used for FaceTime or any kind of video calling. Now this machine also has the Vega 48 graphics with 8 gigabytes of HMB2 memory, which is the highest configurable option on the iMac. Now a lot of these configurable options will not be available in India, but Apple has changed the way you can buy these machines now. And if there is a particular demand for a configuration in India, Apple will add that as an SKU, so you will be able to buy a particular configuration, be it the Core i9. If there is enough demand for it, Apple will make that available in India. So if you want a Core i9, go to your local Apple reseller and tell them that you're looking for a Core i9, and then they will relay that information to Apple, and eventually that machine will be available. Now we ran Geekbench, and a single core score of 6143 and a multi-core score of 31850 is a pretty impressive result from this machine overall. And then we also ran an OpenCL test, which also gave us 135,670 on the OpenCL test, which is an impressive result as it is from this machine. Now we wanted to run a render test on Final Cut and see what kind of timelines do we get. So we ran it with the previous generation iMac with 5K Retina display, and a sample clip with some basic color correction was rendered in 3 minutes and 20 seconds. On this iMac with the Core i9, that same clip was rendered in 2 minutes and 10 seconds, whereas on my iMac Pro, that clip was rendered in 1 minute and 30 seconds. Bear in mind that my iMac is a fully spec'd out one, so it has an 18-core CPU, 128 gigs of RAM, and also the Radeon Pro Vega 64 with 16 gigs of graphics memory. All of this combined, this is pretty impressive results from the iMac, and it definitely can be an editing machine if you can get your hands on the Core i9 variants with the upgraded graphics card, which hopefully Apple will start selling in India. Another good thing is that the new iMacs have Thunderbolt 3 on the back, along with 4 other USB 3 ports. Thunderbolt 3 will allow you to add an external GPU if you want to add more graphics capability, so you don't have to get this configuration. You can get a Core i7 or a Core i5 and then add an external GPU if you're going to be using it for graphics heavy applications. You can also add external hard drives or external RAIDs via the Thunderbolt 3. We've tested some of these out. I'll drop links to those in the description below. You can get really impressive speeds via the Thunderbolt 3 ports, and this is a great I/O to have in an all-in-one PC because then expansion can be added via the Thunderbolt 3 ports. Now the iMac retains the form factor, so it's still only 9.4 kgs with the whole aluminum shell. It is also relatively compact for the amount of hardware it packs in there, and in our test we found that heat management on the iMac was also pretty good, and we didn't find any kind of thermal throttling during our exports on Final Cut. In fact, in our render, the fans didn't even pull up to the maximum, which means that they've managed the heat dissipation from the chipsets quite well in the newer generation of the iMac 5K. Now, of course, the iMac is also a great media consumption device, which allows you to not only watch content, browse the internet, and use it for day-to-day activities, but it is also a really powerful machine for those who are looking for a creative side. So if you're looking to buy it to run basically Photoshop or any Adobe application or to edit videos, the newer iMacs are really powerful, especially the Core i9 variant. And if you can get a spec'd out graphics card with it, you can really get your money's worth from the machine. Of course, it looks gorgeous. The fact that it runs Mac OS may not work for a lot of people, but you can still install Windows if that's something that you're looking for on your machine. That's it for this video. If you liked it, don't forget to smash that like button. Hit that subscribe button if you're not already a part of Team iGyaan. If you have any other questions or queries regarding this iMac, do drop them in the comment section below, and we'll do a second video if we have enough questions to be answered. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you in the next one.
I don't know what I need, but I feel a loss of balance when I think of you and me. I don't know what I want, I don't know what I need, but I feel there's something missing, someone's missing me.